Hello everybody, welcome back to my preview of the upcoming light novels being released for the English market in February of 2017. So these are the titles we have to look forward to next month. Releasing on February 2nd, so we're starting off right away almost. From J Novel Club, we have two new ebooks, and they're both brand new volume number ones. The first is the Faraway Paladin Volume 1, The Boy in the City of the Dead. In a city of the dead, long since ruined and far from human civilization, lives a single human child. His name is Will, and he's being raised by three undead: the hearty skeletal warrior Blood, the graceful mummified priestess Mary, and the crotchety spectral sorcerer Gus. The three pour love into the boy and teach him all they know, but one day, Will starts to wonder, who am I? Will must unravel the mysteries of this faraway dead man's land and unearth the secret pasts of the undead. He must learn the love and mercy of the good gods and the bigotry and madness of the bad, and when he knows it all, the boy will take his first step on the path to becoming a paladin. I promised you, it's going to take a while, but I'll tell you everything. This is the story of the deaths of many heroes. It's the story of how we died, and it's the reason you grew up here. I'm going to say this is probably one I'm going to buy. It sounds like it's going to be more of like a really straight ahead, harder edge fantasy, and plus like the cover artwork is just, it's beautiful for it. I think it's going to be, it sounds like a really cool series, and I think that the third volume has just been released in Japan, I think maybe this month. So it's not like a series that's really far ahead. We're kind of like keeping in line with it. So I think that's one I'm going to be picking up. Also from J Novel Club, releasing on February 2nd, is Mixed Bathing in Another Dimension, Volume 1, The Hero of the Unlimited Bath. How am I supposed to fight with this? After being summoned into another dimension as one of the 5 heroes destined to defeat a demon lord, Toya Hojo awakens his hero power only to discover that it's an unlimited bath. He was blessed with the power to create a bath that can be accessed anywhere, which seems to spell doom for his quest to defeat the demon lord. As he recovers from his shock, Toya slowly discovers the unique features of his power, which allow him to use it in ways he'd never dreamed of. But will he ever get any bath time with Haruno Shinonome, the beautiful girl who was also summoned along with him? This book sounds like it could go either way for me. It could be like a really, really funny kind of send-up of the whole harem thing, or it could just be a really over-the-top, pervy, I'm kind of embarrassed to be reading this kind of book. I'm not too sure. I'm a little iffy on whether I'm going to buy that one, but we'll see how we feel, and I'll see how many of January and December's releases I get through. Now, February 21st is when Yan On are releasing their books for the month. The first title is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? On the side, Sword Oratoria Volume 2. A room bathed in crimson-red blood, the air choked with the smell of iron, and a shattered skull atop a dead adventurer's corpse. Thanks to Eyes and crew, the tumultuous events of Monsterphilia ended without incident, and they were finally able to relax. But only for a moment. Soon, they find themselves embroiled in a suspicious case of murder. As they begin to investigate, the ladies soon realize that they're getting involved with a killer that's more horrifying than they thought. What is this? In the midst of all this, they find a mysterious jewel that may connect to everything else. These events taking place above and below the surface will rock Oratoria to its core as the darkness lurking in the city bursts forth. Now, I liked the first volume of Sword Oratoria. It's the spin-off, of course, of Danmachi. Yeah, I thought it was really good. And I mean, as far as spin-offs go, it had enough connection to the main series to be of interest to fans of that, but also kind of stood on its own. So I'm going to give the second volume a try and see what it's like. Um, Also releasing is Psycome Volume number 3. As the final exams for parole draw near, suddenly a transfer student appears, and the newcomer is none other than Kyosuke's little sister, Ayaka Kamiya. Ayaka could not be happier with this reunion, but Kyosuke is terrified. What's more, he soon finds out that for the sake of meeting her beloved brother, Ayaka committed attempted murder. Considering Ayaka's mental state, Kyosuke resolves himself to protect her from the pack of killers he calls classmates. But if someone, let's say Renko, were to find out that Kyosuke's most important Ayaka is his sister, there'll be hell to pay. Facing dangers left and right, Kyosuke will have to be more resourceful than ever to get himself and his sister out in one piece. Now, I really liked Psycome Volume 1, and I've fallen behind. I haven't picked up the second volume yet, so this won't be one that I pick up immediately because I have to read Volume 2 first. But yeah, Psycome, I really liked the first volume. I thought it was a lot of fun, that series. It's one that I kind of regret that I haven't been able to keep up with. Also releasing a Certain Magical Index Volume 10. 7 days have passed since the start of the Daihase Festival, one of the biggest events of Academy City. Everyone is participating. Seirei Fukuyose is helping coordinate the games. Komoe Tsukuyomi dresses for the part as she cheers for her students. And of course, famous Mikoto Misaka is blowing away the competition. Even Kamijo has appearances. But a shadow has fallen across the celebrations. The Croce di Pietra, this magical artifact threatens the livelihoods of everyone Kamijo holds dear, so he dashes off to try and bring Academy City back from the brink. But Oriana Thompson, the magician known as Root Disturb, and the Roman Catholic Church are determined to bring the bastion of science to its knees. Kamijo is going to need all the help he can get, and some luck for once wouldn't hurt. I just reviewed volume number 1 of this series. Clearly, I am very, very far behind. It's volume 10 coming out now. So yeah, that won't be on my buy list this month. But I know there's a lot of you that are fans of Certain Magical Index. And now, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the anime, but this story doesn't sound familiar to me. Is it now beyond the anime or getting close to being beyond the anime? I'm really not sure. Or maybe this was just a story I don't remember, or it wasn't included in the anime, because I know a lot of you said that they cut stuff out. So I'm not too sure there. Finally, from Yen on, it is a brand new series starting. And in fact, I'll be interested to see how big this series ends up being. There was a bookstore in Akihabara that released their top-selling light novels for 2016, and this book was actually number 1. So, and I know that it's enjoyed quite a bit of popularity, especially in Japan. I mean, it's just recently started a brand new season, second season of the anime, and that is Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Volume 1, Oh My Useless Goddess. Game-loving shut-in, Kazuma Sato's life as a young schoolboy in Japan abruptly comes to an early end. Or at least it was supposed to. When he opens his eyes, though, he sees a beautiful goddess that offers him a once-in-an-after-lifetime chance to be reborn in a parallel world. The catch is that the world is violent and threatened by a growing evil. Fortunately, he can choose any one thing to bring with him. So, he chooses the goddess Aqua. And so his adventure with his gorgeous companion begins. If he could just get enough money and food to survive, keep his goddess out of trouble, and avoid grabbing the attention of the Demon King's army. I've heard a lot of you say that this one is a really funny series. I have avoided the anime because, again, I don't like to spoil the light novel by having seen the anime, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Like I said, it seems to be very popular in Japan, and I know it has quite a few fans on this side as well, so looking forward to checking that one. And the final release of February is coming out on February 28th, and that is from Vertical, and it is volume number 2 of Bakemonogatari. I just reviewed volume number 1. If you watch that video, I kind of had some mixed feelings on the series, but you know, you can watch that if you want. So this will be volume 2 now. There's no synopsis yet, and there's not even a cover yet, because for the English market, Vertical has split the book into 3 different books. In Japan, it was originally released as 2. And so the English market is getting all original covers, and it's also, I wasn't too sure how to go, I don't know that they split it. Like, I think there's 6 stories. And so I don't think they've done 2, 2, and 2. I may be wrong. I haven't looked that deep into it. I just know that they split it differently than in Japan. And so I'm really not sure what stories are going to be in this second volume, because I don't know how they divided things up. I'm guessing probably along the lines of page counts. Maybe one story was longer than the others. I don't know. They're doing things a little bit differently for English than what they did in Japan. Like, we got Kitsu Monogatari first. Bakemonogatari is going to be 3 instead of 2 books. I don't know if that's something that is exclusively the decision of the English company that's releasing it Vertical, or whether they're doing it under the influence of the company that they're licensing it from in Japan. I'm not really sure how that all works out. So yeah, so that's all that's coming out in February. So, I mean, it's not a huge month. We've got, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 releases going to be released. I'm buying probably at least 4 or 5 of them. Yeah. Anyway, it's finding the time, money, yeah. But yeah, I'll be reading a good chunk of these. Definitely the brand new volume 1s, and you know, at least the volume 2s for Baka and for Sword Oratoria, just to, you know, sort of see how those series progress into their second volumes. Now, if you want to read these descriptions again for yourself or see the covers, I will include a link. I've posted it in text format on my website. I'll put that link in the description down below. So what do you guys think? What books are you looking forward to in February? Are these series that you're keeping up with? Are you going to hop on board the couple of new number 1s that are coming out? Let me know in the comments. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can check out all my future light novel reviews, including titles that I've just read you from this list. And I've also got a link to my old light novels there. I really appreciate you guys taking the time and watching the video. I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Till then, bye-bye for now.